Okay, let's talk about Indiscreet from 1958, Ingrid Bergman. Hi, this is Liz, and this is Movie Chat, the show where we don't do anything but chat. We don't do research. We're just chatting like friends. Okay, so let's talk about the movie from 1958, Indiscreet. It's Ingrid Bergman. It's Cary Grant. And we're not going to talk about the whole movie. We're just going to talk about one part of it. I think the film was about... I don't know. Cary Grant was like sneaking around with Ingrid Bergman or something, which look, as a kid, I don't think I ever finished it. I always fell asleep. I always fell asleep on this movie, so I don't know how it ends, but I do remember there were like single adults and stuff. And they liked each other, so I didn't understand the problem. Probably has something to do with 1950s repression. If not, we're just gonna say it is because I don't remember the plot. Anyway, it's not about the plot. This episode is all about her lifestyle. Oh my God. I remember as a kid, this woman would come home from some trip and she goes to the kitchen and she just sits there with her milk and chocolate. And I thought, oh, she's eating chocolate late at night. And as a kid, we weren't going to have chocolate anyway because, we weren't allowed to have a lot of candy and things. And we certainly weren't going to have it late at night. But her whole dinner was milk and chocolate. I thought that looks like, forget the milk, I'll just take the chocolate. But that looks like the most fabulous thing. So when I grow up, I'm going to just have nothing but candy for for dinner, just like Ingrid Bergman. And then I didn't realize until years later that was supposed to be some kind of lonely, sad dinner. I'm like, are you kidding? That chocolate looked fabulous. And then later in that same day, she's like, it's like evening, really late in the evening. And she's wrapped up in her robe, her fabulous, simple powder blue robe. And she has face cream on, like little cold cream. And then she meets this guy. Cary Grant comes in because she's being introduced to him by mutual friends who are asking, I think he's using her restroom briefly to go change because they're going to some event and he had to change into his suit. And so they stopped by her apartment to do that. I think that's what happened. Anyway, so Cary Grant is in there and he sees her in her robe and her face cream. And the movie pauses as if something bad is going on. But I remember as a kid thinking, what's bad? And they're acting like face cream is some kind of bad thing for her to be seen in. And she's still beautiful. I mean, she's still Ingrid Bergman. You can't make her ugly. So I'm like, why was this a problem? But the movie was acting like, oh, she's just down and dowdy. And oh, she just has a lonely little dinner of chocolate. I thought this was the most fabulous life I've ever seen. I loved her apartment. It was big and spacious. I love the fact that she was by herself. I think the character hates the fact that she's by herself, but I loved that. A big old apartment with all the chocolate you could eat, and some handsome man loves you in spite of your cold cream that wasn't even marring your face in the first place. But I don't know. I just loved her life. So they were trying to sell you the idea that she was, pathetic. Like, how is Ingrid Bergman pathetic? It makes no sense. I just love the look of 1950s movies at this time because they were just so glamorous. Okay, bye.